The hour of attack approaches, the arms brave boys and load. See the ball I hold, let the chemists toil like asses. Our fire their fire surpasses, and turns all our lead to gold. Let us take the road. Hark, I hear the sound of coaches, the hour of attack approaches. Your arms brave boys and load. See the ball I hold, let the chemists toil like asses. Our fire their fire surpasses, and turns all our lead to gold. Hark now the drums beat up again, for all true soldier gentlemen. So let us list and march, I say, over the hills and far away. O'er the hills and o'er the main, Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, all gentlemen that have a mind to serve a king that's good and kind, come list and enter into pay. Over the hills and far away, over the hills and over the main, Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, it's 40 shillings on the drum for those who volunteers do come, with shirts and clothes and present pay. Over the hills and far away, over the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, in that brave boys, and let us go, or else we shall be pressed, you know. Then let us list and enter and pay. Over the hills and far away, o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, the constables they search about to find such brisk young fellows out. Let's be volunteers, I say. Over the hills and far away, o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, since now the French are low our bride.
Fuck the French!
And honors to be got, and behind would sneak and stay. Over the hills and far away, and it's o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, no more from sound of drums retreat, will Marlborough and Galway beat the French and Spaniards every day. Over the hills and far away, it's o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, he that is forced to go and fight will never true honor by it. Volunteers shall win the day. Over the hills and far away, and it's o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, though our friends our absence mourn, we all with honor shall return. Then we'll sing both night and day. Over the hills and far away, o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, apprentice Tom may now refuse to wipe his angry master's shoes, for now he's free to sing and play. Over the hills and far away, and it's o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey. Over the hills and far away, over rear bogs and springs, we shall live as great as kings, and plunder get both night and day. Over the hills and far away, it's o'er the hills hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. We then shall lead more happy lives, by getting rid of brats and wives that ball and nag both night and day, over the hills and far away. Over the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. Come on then, boys, and you shall see, we everyone shall captains be, to whore and rant as well as they, over the hills and far away. And it's o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. Courage, boys, 'tis 1 to 10. There will return all gentlemen, while conquering colors we display, over the hills and far away. O'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. And it's o'er the hills and o'er the main, to Flanders, Portugal, and Spain. The King commands and we obey, over the hills and far away. To the King! Huzzah! God bless him! Huzzah!